Good afternoon, everyone. Shall we start? So this is the next in the series, and for the time being, this gonna be the last one as a special slot because we're gonna merge it with our the org town hall, and there we will have all of you to present your cases, and which we opened it up as well. So VC has also opened up in the technology Slack. If you have seen it, that we will have it on the regular town hall slots. Please nominate yourself, showcase your product, talk about the things that you know, and that will be a great forum for to come forward and talk about things. But for today, this is gonna be on our Autonaut bot that we have developed, and over to Amit and Raj, who will take it from here. Thank you.
Hello. Hello. Yeah. Hello, everyone. So myself, Amit Khurana, and I am working as an engineering manager here and managing multiple BUs here, including AI, Autopilot. So we are here to present the role of AI in CARS24. So these are the topics, or we can say the agenda we will be covering here. So let's start with the problem statement. So when I joined CARS24 a year back, so this was the project which was assigned to me. The problem that we got from the team is they need a platform through which multiple can multiple views can leverage the power of AI. So to help different BUs, we developed a platform that serves as an orchestrator as well as action layer to offer different models and agents. So, as you know, पीछे रखो. Yeah. So as you know, the power of AI. So through AI, we can do the summarize. जा रहा बाबा. Yeah. So through we can do the summarization. We can improve the context. We can have sales pitch. We can do anything with the help of AI. So the platform that we have developed should be scalable, highly available, because it will be used different views. And so as used by different views, so we want our prompts, workflows to be configurable. We have provided the real-time monitoring and alerts of our platform. So this chatbot platform consists of multiple microservices. So it of services, which we will cover in later slides. So now we will see like which all BU or which all systems are using this AI, to provide a better services to consumers. So the biggest use case is the chatbot, which you can see on CARS24 application or channel, which generates sales page for them. We have chatbot which can, recommend different. It can provide help in the sale journey as well. Then we have call summarization so that we can things happening in call centers. Then we have call scoring, how we are performing at call centers. Then the USP of each car, the inspection report summary. Then we are also using the AI in our shortlisting, JD tuning, scoring, so that we have better candidates and the JDs. Then we are also using the same in the RTO document verification to do the OCR, plus matching the different details of the consumers. So the biggest is the chatbot. Now we have seen in multiple ways in which this chatbot can help. So we have efficient query handling. We have instant assistance. We are available 24/7 consumers. This also helps us in saving the cost. We can provide them personalization, like in car recommendation, read their preferences, their search history, and provide better recommendation to the consumers. So this is the original architecture that we have developed. So in this, you can see we have so this orchestrator orchestrate all the requests comes on a platform. So this platform provides two major features. One is the agent part, through which we conversation agents. One of the example is the CARS24 chatbot. Another is the prompt engineer, your own custom prompt through which you different kind of work, summarization, scoring, which we have seen here. With the help of abstraction, we can the AI models at runtime as well. If you use OpenAI, DeepSeek as well, Gemini, or any model, we can directly integrate with this platform. With the agent part, so previously we were using the dialog flow for creating the agents. So dialog flow basically helps in building the flow of the chatbot. Then we have intent and we have keys, and then we can perform some actions based on that. So this chat flow microservice provides two major APIs. As I told you, one is for agent and another one is for the prompts. So as you can see, this is the flow which we have built using the dialog flow. Advantages is of dialog, it is providing a GUI for creating the workflows, and we can visualize all the flows, all the connections, like from which intent it will go to which intent, what all entities we need to capture. This information can be visualized of dialog flow. But there are multiple challenges as well with the user. Number one is the cost. It is very expensive because it is developed by Google, and then we have to provide flow to flow movement. You have to connect flow. Like suppose if you want to go, then you have to build the connections between them. Then there are can be cases in which we can have wrong intent detection if we have in that. So as you can see, it is becoming a bit complex and complicated. If you can see here, we have it is very complex. As to connect, so now Raj will take over and he will tell us like why should we go for our in-house approach instead of dialog flow.
So, hi teams, my name is Rajkaran and I'm a tech lead here in backend. Yeah. So there was a problem with the dialog flow that we use basically in case of wrong intent detection. Let's say if we have a same training phases in multiple intents, then it's got confused which intent I should trigger, right? So in that case, to increase the proficiency of intent detection, we use the our in-house intent detection model. So the overall the left side was the before the chat flow service, all the same, but we just change the dialog flow part, right? Instead, we use the intent in-house entity detection, right? So where we use open chatbot, chat GPT, vector search, and NLP to detect what would be the best suitable intent for the user, whatever the user is type, right? And the action that been detected by the in-house entity detection is been configured in our chit chat flow service, to which we decide which action should we take, right? Either it should be a buy intent, yeah, is a sell intent, basically. Yeah. So let me just change the slide. Yeah. So there is a three basically uh, uh, thing we achieved using the in-house entity direction. First is a flat hierarchy we achieved. So what was the bad with the dialog flow is that let's say if I want to move from sell flow to buy flow, right? So and if our agent can have a multiple flows, then I have to basically connect from one flow to another. Let me just give you the picture how it's look like. This is the picture. You can see the complexity of the dialog flow, right? So it's a just one flow. If I talk about the n flow, right, it would be a n to n matrix, right? So this was the achieved through intent detection, and the second is cost reduction, right? So I think dialog flow costs us around $0.00 per request, and the which we have reduced through our intent in-house entity direction. And the second is uh, we improve our intent detection around 90%. Whereas in case of dialog flow, it's around 50 to 60%. Right. So yes, there is some area of improvement in in-house, which is a latency part which we face. So our team is working on it. So hopefully we will found the solution for it. And the currently the chatbot is live for these are the different flow for which is live. One is buy, sell, finance, post delivery, car post booking, and for the CA agent as well. Right? And the available platform where we live first when we live with the use of dialog flow, we were on mobile apps and Android, iOS and Android. Now we are available on M site, WhatsApp, and web for the CA agent. So we just not support only the chat bot. We also have some other businesses which uses our API to empower and use the AI functionality in its business, which is retail associate, HRMS, driving school, Pulse app, new car, right? And for the car USP, which we saw on the app page, and the RTO is also used C2B VAS for inspection report generation, and the CA agent at bot as well. So what we offer, not just a chat bot, there are more cases which we offer, which is basically dynamic integration with AI. You can change your AI through, let's say, if you are using Gen AI and then you want to change to GPT, right? Extracting information through document. Let's say if you have a resume of a candidate, right? If I take an example of a HRMS use case, where the candidate have a resume, right? On the basis of resume, we fetch the skills. What are the whether it's suitable for this particular job that is been given, right? And the skill set that it has. And the second, caching of the AI response. To basically why we doing caching to reduce the cost. So for same request, we do not want to send request to the same request to the chat GPT, right? So we use the caching API for chatbot. If you want to use chatbot in your business, we have an API where you can leverage the functionality of the chatbot, right? And API for configuring the flow builder and flexible and also we provide the flexibility, either you want to use our flow builder or you want to use any of the third party flow builder. You can use Dialogflow, right? And you can use Gupshup, right? And you can provide your own custom builder to our service if you want. So how do we onboard on a chatbot, right? There are basically five or four steps we have here. First, you have to do the channel onboarding. For which channel? Let's say if I talk about for the app use case, right? So in case of our app, it's a basically channel consumer India mobile app. And for the if you want to configure multiple agent type, multiple flow type for your chat bot, you can have a multiple agent type as well. You can provide the configuration of agent type, then the intent configuration, right? And on which intent you want to perform which type of action, you can also configure it. So these are the basically seven cards we have in our chatbot that we have developed, uh, which is a nudge, free text, car card. You can define, of course, your custom card as well for your own use case. वो वाला काम है मेरे पास. Let me just show you how the each card look like. Thank you. So here we have different type of card messages type. So how the nudge card look like, right? This is how what we have a free text and the number of multiple option that a user can select from a nudge. And this is a free text card that we have. And the third one is a car card that it's basically generic for all the cases. Uh, let's say for the CA agent, we have used the same card for the CA chatbot as well. How the URL components look like this. First would we have a free text and then a particular CTA link. If you want to go from, let's say, if you want to open a deep link of an app, yeah, website. This is a component of a nudge URL, and this is an offer card. So these are the different cards we have that you can leverage it to in your business case. Apart from the chatbot, if you want to use the GenAI for the prompt engineering, let's say if you have some text and you want to summarize it, and then you can use our app services, right? So what you have to do for doing that onboarding for this type of use cases, first you have to do the channel onboarding, and then you have a prompt configuration that you have to give us. Yeah, you have to configure, right? And the expected JSON format you want to ask AI that this is the expected JSON I was looking for. The currently what other than these use cases, what we are doing, we are also using the doing the POC and also release the beta of the voice bot for rescheduling the inspection of a car. If a customer, let's say, want to sell his car, right, and he want to book an inspection, so he can connect through our voice bot through reschedule inspection, and can he do the reschedule inspection, right? And the second, the flow builder that we have built, it's just for the API we have, but we have a work for the UI as well for configuring this flow builder. Third is a UMS integration. Currently, we are using the private product. Uh, Now we are integrating with the UMS as well, and channel specific authorization as well. So for the documentation, you can refer this link. Right? The Nebula, the documentation is there, and for the monitoring and alerting, we have a dashboard, right? Think any question, guys? If you have, you can ask. बहुत जल्दी हो गया.
Hello.
नहीं हो रहा, सच नहीं हो रहा. So if anybody want to look for the documentation of our API, so he can look for the Nebula. We have all the API that we use for the chatbot and the flow builder, as for as well as for the fulfillment of generic GenAI use cases. Are we pulling multiple? The Pradeep Sharma has a question. Are we pulling multiple GenAI subscription? Yeah, basically it's been configured in such a way that we can have a multiple subscription as well, and also we can have a what let's say if a particular API is using a Gemini in a backend, it can also configure to any of the Chat GPT, let's say DeepSeek as well. It's not a it's just a 1 minute task we have to do, right? It's that much configurable we are. Yeah. Okay, for the configuration, what we do, uh, first you have to register uh, your channel, and then we have a journey part, right? You have to register your journey and the corresponding action, what you want to do, right? And in behind the scene, the action is basically configured through a free marker template which we use, and it's been that much capable of to calling any of the API to get the request, to hit with the request and to get the response in an expected JSON format. Right. Or- Yeah. Okay, guys, if we have no more question, then we can close for the session. Thank you. Thank you for joining.